Welcome to Raising Special Needs Kids. Real conversations, real hope, and real stories for families walking the special needs journey. Our host is Monica Schmelter, sister to a brother with Down syndrome, and we're here to remind you, you're not alone.
Hi, I'm Monica, and this is the Raising Special Needs podcast. I am a sibling and big sister to my Down syndrome brother, fierce advocate, protector. So whether you're a parent, cousin, sibling, niece, nephew, all are welcome as we talk about the joys and the challenges of raising special needs kids. And my guest today is Kristen Tomasello. Kristen, so good to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me, Monica.
Let's start with this. What was your first interest in special needs kids? Because you're doing a lot for them.
Oh, thank you. I started working with them when I was in high school. So I was a part of Best Buddies Club. My mom's in the ESE department at my high school. So she's like, you're going to do this. So I was a buddy. And then I kind of saw some things happen in the hallway where kids were getting bullied. And I didn't really like that because I kind of saw that affect my family personally because I have a cousin with Down syndrome. And, you know, we have my brother with his learning slower and all of that. So I kind of have seen kids pick on them. And I just was like, nope, I'm going to advocate. And that's kind of where the passion grew because I'm like, they couldn't help the fact that they were born that way. And I just don't like the lack of empathy that I saw. But now it's a lot better, I have to say. But I mean, 10 years ago when I was in high school.
Yeah, I do think, Kristen, that it's gotten better over the years. My brother was born in 1972, and when he was born, they didn't even say Down syndrome.
No.
They said you have a mongoloid baby. And as a kid, like, I didn't even know what that meant.
Right.
And I remember that my brother was so bullied. That's why I said at the beginning I was his fierce protector, because I was just like, you are not going to mess with my brother. He's vulnerable, right?
Yeah.
He's not able to defend himself. And so I'm just going to step in and make sure that my little brother is okay. And I think that I learned a lot of compassion for him, like for all people with special needs, and an awareness that I needed to be an advocate. And it sounds like that's similar to what happened in your life.
Right.
And now, I mean, in high school, you were the buddy because Mama said to do it.
Yes, but then you grow to love it.
Yes.
You do.
Yes.
I mean, I remember taking my brother's friends to Busch Gardens, and I used to take them shopping or whatever. And you kind of like love that process, but you're not in the day-to-day. So that's kind of where I was like, I'm going to do the fun things with them through my nonprofit. So I was like, I'm going to do art and music and maybe I've taken them to the aquarium, and that was really fun. I really would like to do something with Busch Gardens, or like take them to Busch Gardens for the day now that it's getting cooler. So like doing activities like that are more on the fun side of things that get them excited, getting them looking forward to things versus like just kind of the day-to-day like life skills. I don't have the skill set to do life skills. No, nor do I have the attention span. I'm like, if art and music are involved, it's like I can kind of enjoy the process. So it's like I get to do everything I love, but I also get to impact their life, which is like really ultimately the dream, right?
Yes.
You want to do what you love. So I found all the pieces of my life into my personal brand and my life, into just building a platform for people.
Yeah. And when you're talking about the fun things, you know, a lot of people, depending on who is listening, aren't aware of like all the needs of special needs children, and aren't aware that there aren't a lot of great opportunities for art, for music, and what I think is what a great opportunity for the kids, right? And memories. And also it gives their parents a short break.
A break.
Yes, a much needed break, because it is really hard if you're the parent to find someone to watch a special needs child that has the ability and that can be trusted. So I think like what you're doing is just a win all around. And
Yes.
who wouldn't like a trip to Busch Gardens, right? I think we'd all like that.
We did a Christmas, I think it was in January earlier this year, right when I kind of launched everything. We did a day at the aquarium, and then they had like this Christmas show that we went to. So they were all in the front row and they were like, this is so fun. So we got to touch the jellyfish, I think it was, and the corals. At the Florida Aquarium, you get to touch all the.
Well, I'm here from Nashville, so I
Yeah.
know.
Oh, yeah. They have like these displays that you can like touch the different animals or like.
fun.
Yeah. So they were all excited. They're like, I'm so excited, and they're taking videos and posting it online. And so that was kind of that was the first thing that I did under my foundation officially. Like I've done my proms and stuff, but like a program. That was the first time. So I was like, wow. Like I was like, this is good. Like,
Yes, for everybody. What is the name of the center that you're starting?
so it's called the Grateful Hearts.
The Grateful Hearts. Oh, I love that. And because I was thinking when you were talking about the Christmas show and the kids sitting in front and saying, this is so much fun. One thing that I really learned about being around special needs kids and people is how grateful
Yes.
they are for
taught me a
fun,
lot.
for things to do. And like it was a lesson for me. I can complain about so much. And here's
Yes.
this person that has real challenges that, like you said, they can't help how they were born. They didn't ask for that, but they have
Right.
to. Right, they have to live that. And they're grateful that you'll take them bowling or to a
Yeah.
Christmas show, or that they can touch the jellyfish or whatever that is. And they've got pure joy on their face. And it's like, oh, it kind of helps us not to lose the wow factor in life, to just be happy and joyful about things.
Well, that was actually the inspiration behind why the name. Well, also my platform for Miss Florida USA was the Grateful Hearts. And then it became, that's the name of the song that we just did. So I wrote that song actually with a nonverbal individual that's been a part of my art classes. And he actually has written a few songs, but I decided to actually take the time to do something with him and his family. And then I was like, okay, we're going to write a song, and it's going to be called the Grateful Heart Song. And then we did our music video here, and now we're launching that song. But it's in honor of launching the center because it ties into art and music. And I was just like, we all need to be grateful for what we have. And I think, as a person who's experienced the world, has been in different places, and I feel like I have to constantly remind myself like to be grateful. So like my own platform helps me because it makes me stay rooted into the things that actually are important, because like we can have big platforms or or small platforms, but it's about the hearts that are impacted. And I think that many of us can get sidetracked on many different things, and we're not valuing the things that actually do matter, when those kids have shown me like unconditional love all the time. Every single time that I'm with them, they're so happy, they're so grateful, and I feel like the whole world is against them essentially because they can't work. They can't legally work without getting their, it's a struggle.
It is a struggle. And sometimes, as you mentioned, work, like with my brother, it's heartbreaking. He got a job at McDonald's cleaning the lobby. And they said that he was like the best cleaner that they had. For him, that was just he had a job, you know? And most people wouldn't want to mop and sweep and throw garbage away, but he was happy to do it. He took pride in it. And a customer came in that didn't think that he should work there. And they made a very loud comment to the manager, why do you even have people like that working here?
Right.
So when my brother heard it, so when my parents came to pick him up, he said, oh, I'm retired. And he never went back. I think he was like 35 or 36. He said, I'm retired. And the manager called and he wanted to talk to him and my mom and dad and say, please come back. We love Donnie. We want him to be here. But he just, that was enough for him. And I just came to respect that. Who wants someone to do that to them in the workplace? And why would anyone think that that's okay?
It's not.
No.
It's not. They're still human beings. And I think that they still offer stuff that we don't. So I think that I've learned from being around them my whole life that they have a lot of creativity. And it was interesting to see how they all lit up when we did the music video. They were so excited. They are full of creativity. That is like their niche. And that's like what they're good at, because it's not just painting necessarily, but it could be doing pottery or recording songs or what's the other thing that I've been wanting to do with them? It was besides songwriting that we've done, but I kind of wanted to do something with film with them.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yes.
And they would love that.
They would
love that.
They would be so happy just to be an extra in the film or something.
Oh, yeah.
And just come to the movie premiere. I mean, that's like...
Yeah. And you've done, through your foundation, the Grateful Hearts, like you've done special events and things that would make anybody feel special. But when you do it for special needs kids, like it's special for them. And it's special for their families. So I know that you said you were a pageant girl, and then you did a pageant for special needs. So let's talk about that for a minute.
Yes. My first year competing for Miss Florida USA was in 2021, and I partnered up with Theater Exceptional. It's a nonprofit in Pinellas, and we did a pageant for them. It was a talent show, but we still gave out sashes and crowns, and then we announced the winner. And it was Mr. and Mrs. Exceptional. So they were so excited. One of the video went viral because I was just hugging her, giving her her sash. And the Miss Universe updates reshared that video. And I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I didn't really think about it because I didn't really post anything. I don't really post like what I'm doing. It's all word of mouth. And like, you either know what I'm doing or you hear about it.
Well, God got that out if it went viral. He let one person see it that needed to share it to get it out there. And I think what I see now, as opposed to like when my brother was born in 72, is that people are more open to possibilities.
Yes.
They're more open to, hey, special needs people see the world in a wonderful way. It's different than the way that we see it. They are human, they have feelings, but they have very special things about them and can make great contributions. I don't think I would have come to faith in Christ without my brother. So you think about it.
I get it.
He is the best blessing that ever happened to my family.
I get it.
And, you know, there were challenges and it was overwhelming. I mean, sometimes you just don't know what to do. But never a day that we didn't love him ferociously, because he was just such a blessing. So you made a pageant and kids got sashes. Did they get crowns and stuff?
Yes.
Oh, I love that.
Yep. And then that's when I started after that, the Night to Remember event, which is kind of like my Hollywood gala that I'm trying to do. It's my third year doing it. So my first year we had like around 150.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was kind of random because I didn't really post about it. I posted maybe 3 or 4 times like online, and 150 people showed up, and I was just kind of like, okay, thank God I prepared. Like, you know, I'm Italian, so we feed people. So I was like, I'm just going to get enough food for like 400 people. And thank God I did that because we ran out of food.
So you got enough for 400, but you got 150 people that ate more than 400 people could. Well, this is great, Kristen.
So I was like, okay, at least I'm prepared for the food. And then the second year we did it at the zoo, and it was we had a night at the zoo, so it was 3 hours of the dance party and food. So I had it nice and catered with sliders and, cheese. And then we had the animals come from the zoo into the prom. So they got to touch the animals. And I'm all into that whole healing.
Because it is healing.
It is healing.
It is healing.
Yes.
It is healing. And there's like power in that. It
Yes.
is so healing. And you're giving people experiences that don't normally get experiences.
Yes.
And like I said, giving their parents short breaks.
Yes.
And opportunities like to brag on their kids and take pictures. Because I think that's sometimes people don't realize, for a parent, every parent's heart
Yes.
is to see their child succeed,
Yes.
to see their child be happy and be able to be independent one day. But when you have a special needs child, that independence one day is not always possible.
They go to the state, and that's the truth of it. My cousin's fiance, because I call her boyfriend. I call him, Blake, that's your boyfriend. And she's like, no, that's my fiance. So let me get the right terminology here. So, his mother passed away, and he doesn't have any family. So he, it's real. If he has us, so it's just, I think that God sends us. Sometimes it's not who we need, it's who somebody, they need us.
Exactly
so,
right.
we love him,
I know that I was my brother's, legal guardian if something happened to my parents. And it ended up, he did pass before they did. My parents were 86 and they cared for him every day of his life till the end. And they had prayed that, and they had asked that God would let them care for him, and he honored that. But, I always thought, when I got married and through my whole life, that one day my brother would be with me full time, and that my husband and I and our family, that we would just be joyful about it and celebrate it, because I didn't want him to have to go to the state.
Or a group home.
I just didn't think that he could do well there, because he had been at home with my parents, so he had that kind of a life, and I thought that would just be overwhelming. And that's one thing about special needs children is things to other people that aren't overwhelming could be overwhelming to them.
Right.
And we have to be sensitive to that.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
So about the center, you're launching it. So
So we actually are doing my third prom this year. So last year when we did the prom at the zoo, it was the zoo actually donated tickets to us to actually experience the last hour at the zoo. So it was as soon as we said it was 9:00, we're like, everyone, we can go in the zoo now. It was everyone ran, and we had 450 people register for that. And I was like, I don't know what God's doing with this, but he's doing it.
Something wonderful.
Yes. So this year,
450 people.
yes.
And
but only 350 people could come because the parking was kind of crazy. But this year I found a new venue that has 2 projectors. It's at Higgins Hall this year in Tampa. And we're actually showcasing the music video there, but we haven't officially launched that out yet. We've been holding it close to our chest. And, but yeah, we have some surprises for those that were the extras in the video. We're going to give them a nice little surprise. And then we have Danielle's friend, Dr. Ice-T. He is a DJ for the event. Dr. Ice-T.
Dr. Ice-T. Okay.
He's one of Danielle's Down syndrome friends. So yes, I know, it's amazing. This event's gonna be so fun.
I cannot, that is awesome.
Yeah.
So you've got a Down syndrome young man.
Yep.
He's gonna be your DJ. Oh gosh, I love that.
Yes.
Oh, I love that.
Yes. So that's so Danielle's best friend, Sally, that's her fiance as well. So there's a lot of engagements going on. So they're all coming, and they're all like, oh, we have a date to the prom. So I haven't really announced that we'll be showcasing the music video yet, but I'm excited that we're slowly putting that out there, just because I have a feeling 500 people will come. And last time that I had that gut feeling it's been every time I've had a gut feeling and the amount of people they're coming. So I think this will definitely be a way that we will get the center going by next year. My families are in construction, so we pretty much can rebuild or find land and start from scratch, but that's essentially the game plan. I have a church that I wanted to get, but I don't know if it's really conducive, really long term for them because it doesn't have an elevator.
Yeah.
And, it's a great opportunity because they are lowering the price. And, in real estate, this is, it's
a lot.
Yeah. But I'm also thinking long term, like if we grow big enough, which, at this rate, I have to plan for everything. So I think I need to be more ADA compliant.
Right. Because you're dealing with special needs, so especially, and I know it's a lot, we'll have to trust and believe God just for everything that you need because you're doing something that is absolutely amazing.
A need. It's like almost like it's not even a want. Mm-mm. It doesn't even go in parents could want this. It's actually a need.
Yes.
Because the government can only do so much.
Right.
The school system can only do so much because there's millions of people, right? So we can only do, even nonprofits can only do so much.
But all of us together. That's what I think of the raising special needs kids, their parents, right? Their siblings, cousins, extended family doing what they can.
Right.
The schools, educationally speaking, doing what they can. And then a center like yours, Grateful Hearts, doing what you can.
And we can partner with each other.
Yes, all of us together can provide families what they need and what special needs children truly deserve.
Yep.
Opportunities for art and music and dance.
Oh, I forgot about dance. See, this one building that I've been looking at that I've been really trying to get, I was like, okay, I could turn this room into a dance studio. And then I started doing my ballet and I was like, I could do this. So,
So my brother loved to dance.
Yes.
And he made the front news of the newspaper. He went with his girlfriend to a dance and they wore coordinating colors. My parents got them a limo and I'm telling you, they looked so good and he's just dancing away.
Yep.
And it made my parents so happy. Because he got a chance to do something that meant something to him.
Yes.
Not just go to school, but he got to go on a date. He got to go on a limo. I said to my parents, you never got me a limo for anything.
I know. I know. We're like, hey. Where's my limo?
Exactly.
No.
I was good with it. I always said my brother was my parents' favorite, and I was good with that because he needed to be.
Yes.
He had special needs, and he needed to be. We are almost out of time. Do you have one last thing you might want to share about your center?
Yes.
Okay.
I would love to just share when the event's going to be November 8th in Tampa. 6 to 10. I'm like, which camera do I say it at? But it'll be November 8th from 6 to 10 at Higgins Hall. I'm really excited for that event.
Well, I'm really excited for that event as well.
Yeah, me too.
So thank you for coming and for sharing today. And at the end of each Raising Special Needs podcast, I'm going to share a funny story about my brother or another family if they want to share. So today's story is just this. You talked about music. My brother always wanted to be a rock star. So I couldn't make that happen, but I did create a CD cover and I took him to a recording studio and I let him record and it was a great experience. And the thing is, he has a really bad singing voice, but I do too. So it was awful.
The tone deaf is real.
It was awful, but he thought he was a rock star. I had fancy pictures taken of him and made the CD cover. I took out an ad in the paper and I would send money to buy the CDs so he'd think he had customers. And he sat me down one day and he said, Monica, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but you're not selling enough, so I'm going to have to fire you. He was quite a character, but thank you again, Kristen. So good to meet you.
Thank you, Monica. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for listening to Raising Special Needs Kids, a safe place for honest stories, practical help, and a whole lot of encouragement. We are so glad we're on this journey together, and we will see you next time.